We're going to eat a baby.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the fanciest and most jaw-dropping creations on Great British Bake Off.
The sponge, the jam with the meringue, very professional, and in these conditions, exceptional.
Number 20, Alice's Chocolate Lamb.
So this is going to be a New Zealand lamb.
When the bakers were challenged with constructing a 3D biscuit sculpture, Alice decided to draw upon her time living in New Zealand to deliver this utterly adorable treat. Her idea was to design a fluffy lamb sat atop flowers and surrounded by a tasty shortbread fence. She used coconut-flavored macaroons to emulate the sheep's wool, and according to Paul Hollywood himself, they were quite delicious.
They do taste great, and the white chocolate and the coconut really come through.
You can't deny that that little smile on its face warms your heart.
I think that's a fine piece of work.
Thank you so much.
Really good.
Number 19, Brendan's Gingerbread Birdhouse.
What's a good edible material that would make a good thatched roof on a gingerbread house?
Building a gingerbread construct is a time-honored tradition in the Bake Off tent, and in Season 3, we saw arguably one of the best of its kind. Brendan never put things together by half measures, and that trend continued with this birdhouse laid atop of grass made of dried coconuts.
It's a bit much for me, to be honest.
But shockingly, the judges had nothing good to say about this bake. Perhaps it's because they'd seen all the other incredible pieces he'd made in the past, but we just have to disagree with their take. It's lovely.
You could have taken it to another level to create something that's probably a little bit more structurally demanding.
Number 18, Victoria's Blackbird Pie.
You're making a pie with cake.
Yes.
Keeping with the theme of birds, we jump to a much more outlandish creation which draws upon the well-known nursery rhyme, Sing a Song of Sixpence. Victoria focused on the line 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie, but the prompt was to make a cake. Well, looks can be deceiving, as this was merely a cake disguised as a pie.
It tells the story. Anybody could guess what it is.
It was made with tremendous fondant work, so you can breathe a sigh of relief. No blackbirds were harmed in the making of this cake.
Our star baker this week is Victoria. Well done.
Number 17, Jürgen's Baby.
Everything the sculpture should be. And so that's what I'm going to make.
Look, you might raise your eyebrow at this one because of how odd it looks, but honestly, that takes some insane skill. It was bread week, and the showstopper challenge was to make milk bread using any theme they wish. Jürgen thought, babies like milk, so why not go ahead and construct a milk bread baby?
Paul would love to eat a baby, wouldn't you, Paul?
When it came time to serve, Paul decided to traumatize the public by ripping the leg off Jürgen's bread baby.
Colour looks great on the bread as well. You glazed this?
Working with such a restrictive bake makes this one equal parts hilarious and unforgettable. Number 16, Giuseppe's Mad Hatter Tea Party. But now we turn to the creation that won that entire season. Giuseppe's take on this unusual prompt. They were asked to make a Mad Hatter Tea Party display, which would be composed of both sweet and savory treats, while still maintaining the Alice in Wonderland theme.
Goodness, that is quite complicated.
Giuseppe's was made of 4 different items: a mushroom-shaped brioche, mango and passion fruit panna cottas, orange and fig muffins, and a pea and asparagus shoe caterpillar. Unsurprisingly, he knocked it out the park for all 4. It's a rare bake that both looks and tastes phenomenal.
I might finish this one.
I'm taking it away with me. Absolutely.
Yeah, you did well. Thanks very much.
Number 15, Shabira's DNA Helix Biscuit Tower. Shabira certainly was a deserved winner in 2022, with a host of impressive bakes to pave the way to the trophy. The most show-stopping of her showstoppers was her biscuit tower. This replica of a DNA helix was painstakingly constructed from 50 individual biscuits and assembled and balanced with great skill.
It's absolutely wonderful.
To take on such a difficult challenge in the semi-final was a brave move, but Shabira's risk paid off. Though it was said to be overbaked, it was still something to behold. It's a seriously impressive structure, definitely one to add to the Bake Off Hall of Fame.
Thanks, Shabira.
Number 14, Chicks' Pool Table. For the Biscuit Week Showstopper Challenge, the Series 12 bakers were tasked to recreate their favorite childhood toy with an interactive twist. Chicks' Bake proved a roaring success with the judges. After all, who can resist a snooker table? The baker constructed a convincing replica of the popular game, which he said conjured up fond memories of his childhood. The Biscuit snooker table included a miniature movable cue and potable snooker balls. For a big lump of carefully constructed biscuits, the bake worked surprisingly well as a snooker table. Paul pointed out that there was a row of red balls missing, but maybe he was just sore from missing that shot.
It's perfect. But you're missing a row of red balls.
I know.
Number 13, Rosie's Chicken Biscuit.
I am making a really big chicken.
Chicken and biscuits may be an American food staple, but Baker Rosie had a very different idea of the concept. This sculpture was based on a real hen she had back home, who had braved a fox attack and lived to tell the tale. The gingerbread may have been a little too soft, but the flavors were great and the overall appearance was pure art. The feathers were individually baked tweel-style biscuits with the perfect amount of snap.
You're a very, very clever vet.
Number 12, Saku's Tikiri the Turtle.
It's very sticky.
Series 14 opened with a very basic showstopper, making an animal-shaped cake. But the results were far from ordinary. One that stood out in particular was Saku's turtle. Your eyes do not deceive you. That's not a real turtle, that's a cake.
It's just beautiful.
It's so accurate.
The shiny finish was what really sold this design, as it looked like it had just crawled out of water. Unfortunately, the inside didn't match the outside, but still, it's a treat to look at.
I think this is a classic case of style over substance.
Number 11, Kim Joy's Galaxy Chocolate Ball. Kim Joy is honestly one of our favourite Great British Bake Off contestants of all time. Her penchant for all things cute and whimsical had us eager to see what she would whip up next. And we certainly weren't let down during dessert week when she put together this stunning creation.
Because why not?
That's exactly right.
The Melting Chocolate Ball Challenge really played to her strengths, and the final result was peak Kim Joy. When her galaxy-themed globe was drizzled with the accompanying sauce, the outer layer melted away to reveal a bale of adorable turtles made from choux.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
At first, Prue and Paul were confused by the unusual concept, but the challenge was executed with charm and panache, and the outcome left everyone enchanted.
And I think the design is flawless.
Number 10, Nancy's Summer Pudding Alaska. This episode of the 5th series of GBBO contains perhaps the most dramatic moment in the show's history, known affectionately as Bingate, where Ian's dessert was accidentally left out on a very hot day and he dramatically tossed it in the bin.
Ian, you have to present.
Look at it, how you can't present it.
In the same challenge though, the eventual winner of the series, Nancy, produced a lovely summer pudding Alaska amid all the chaos. It was visually stunning and looked like the perfect thing to eat on a hot summer day, with lovely peaks and a garnish of fresh fruit.
It's a lovely summer fruit flavour.
Number 9, Louis' George vs. the Dragon. Also in Series 5, Louis Troiano was eventually one of the season's runner-ups, but in the second episode of the show, he made an incredibly impressive creation. For the showstopper round, where contestants were charged with making a 3D structure using biscuits, Louis concocted a piece entitled George vs. the Dragon, which depicted a scene featuring not just a dragon, but several other animals. Louis may not have won Star Baker that week, with the honour going instead to Richard, but this was still one of the judges' favourites.
The heat coming from the dragon is beautiful.
Number 8, France's Rainbow Picnic Pie. In 2013, Frances Quinn won the 4th series of Bake Off, and one of the contributing factors was the bake that she did in the final episode. While many of Frances' creations were amazing, our favourite had to be her final signature bake, the rainbow picnic pie.
There's just going to be so much going on in there.
While we're mostly used to seeing sweets on GBBO, contestants have to be able to master savory bakes as well, which is what they were charged with for this picnic pie challenge. Frances crafted a baked picnic basket loaf that housed a delicious roasted vegetable and cheese filling, and the judges, well, ate it up.
Oh my lord, that's amazing.
Very, very neat layers.
Number 7, Becca's cheesecake. Near the end of Series 4, the bakers were charged with one of the most difficult challenges to date, making a dairy-free cake made with vegetables instead.
It's got to be dairy-free. No butter, no cheese, no milk. Inside or out, none of that.
Becca took a tongue-in-cheek approach to the assignment and created a spiced butternut squash and pecan cheesecake, which she crafted to look like a cutting board with a wheel of cheese and several mice atop it. Ruby beat her for Star Baker, but there was no question that this was the most impressive bake of the week, at least as far as visuals go.
There's just no flavour. It's like an aftertaste, sometimes, of ginger.
Number 6, Paul's Bread Lion. For the Bread Showstopper Challenge in Series 6, the contestants had to make a 3D sculpture using 3 types of dough, including one that was filled.
You say you're going to do a lion, it's got to look like a lion and not like a dog or something like that.
Not only that, but they only had 5 hours to pull it off. Paul came through with a King of the Jungle creation that wowed the judges and audience alike. Though Judge Paul Hollywood gave contestant Paul extremely high praise, even saying that he never would have attempted something of this complexity, Paul somehow didn't manage to take home the title of Star Baker that week. He did, however, get a special commendation for the bake.
I wouldn't have attempted anything like that. That is exceptional.
Number 5, Candice's Gingerbread Pub. Candice Brown took home the top prize at the end of the 7th series of Bake Off, but in the 2nd episode, she made it clear early on that she was one to watch.
You're being very ambitious again.
For the showstopper on Biscuits Week, the bakers had just 4 hours to create an original gingerbread scene featuring at least 8 characters or objects. Candice ran with the idea and made a full pub made of gingerbread and biscuits, which even included a sticky ginger carpet, just like a real pub would have. The creation helped her win Star Baker for the week.
Great ginger cake, that one, actually. It's
Great.
lovely. Very, very good.
Number 4, Stephen's A Baker's Lunch Cake. The 8th series of Bake Off was the first to air on Channel 4 after a move from the BBC, and audiences were nervous about what the show would look like on a new network. But there were, of course, plenty of impressive challenges to behold, including Stephen's A Baker's Lunch Cake, which appeared in the very first episode and won him Star Baker. The challenge was to make an illusion cake, and Stephen's was an undeniable success. He craftily crafted his cake to look like a loaf of sandwich bread, along with a fully constructed sandwich.
It's perfect. The hazelnut, the peanut, the frosting, the layers are equal, the outside, the colour, texture, it's all there.
Number 3, Yan's Banana Ramen Cake. Chun Yan So, known as Yan on the show, also produced an illusion cake in the first episode of Series 8. And while she may not have been given the accolade of Star Baker, we actually think her creation ranks higher than Stephen's.
Juice balls. Science.
She created a cake constructed to look like a bowl of ramen noodles, complete with boiled egg, vegetables, and even chopsticks. She gave it the clever name of Banana Ramen Cake, and it definitely fit the bill, amazingly mimicking the appearance of the iconic savory noodle dish.
The cakes are slightly too dry. It's unfortunate, but that design is incredible.
Number 2, Nadia's Fizzy Pop Cheesecakes. Nadia Hussain is perhaps the most beloved Bake Off contestant of all time, so it's no surprise that one of her bakes ranks high on our list.
Clever. Very, very clever.
In fact, the biggest challenge was picking just one. While the desserts episode challenge wasn't to make an illusion cake, Nadia made one anyway. She was charged with making a tiered cheesecake, but upped the ante and added a floating fizzy meringue pop can for added visual zing to her trio of cakes.
She tastes like cream soda.
It's no wonder that she won her season, became a BBC foodie star, and was even asked to bake a cake for the Queen's 90th birthday.
That's ingenious.
Well done.
Well done.
Thank you, Nadia.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Christine's Bavarian Clock Tower. In the 5th episode of Series 4, the bakers were asked to make a biscuit tower for the showstopper round. The instructions weren't overly specific, letting the bakers get creative, with the only constraint being that it had to be at least 30 centimeters high.
I achieved what I wanted to do.
Christine opted to put a spin on the traditional concept of a holiday gingerbread house, and used shortbread instead of gingerbread to create a stunning Bavarian town clock tower. It was topped with snow and circled with precious little evergreen trees, making for a full-on magical winter wonderland scene.
All the flavours are all good. Texture's good, the bake's good, the look of them's good. Excellent.
What creation did we forget that left you stunned? Let us know in those comments below.